Welcome back to the Reality Guys. I'm your host, Billy Blinks, joined as always by my co-host, Brian
All right, buddy.
and Kevin.
Hello.
The original Reality Guys 3 are here to talk Survivor 44. This was the season finale, the much maligned, as always, 3-hour finale of Survivor. We need to work on the format of this CBS. Just do another week. Like, please, for
Please.
God's sake, please just do another week. I don't need
Yeah, I'm worried they're gonna add more.
next year,
They're
6-hour finale.
yeah,
90 minutes.
They're doubling the episode time, or they're just gonna double this, so 6 hours.
Dude, if every episode is 90 minutes,
That's a day. The whole day. Literally, you see the entire thing. Nothing's edited out.
That'd be awful.
Thank you, everyone, for joining. We are not going to bury the lead here. So if you haven't seen the result of the finale of Survivor 44, hop off now, go watch and jump back in. If you're just here to figure out and find out what happened because you didn't have time to watch it, welcome. Yam Yam, guys, and not in a close vote, in a landslide, all votes but one for your Survivor 44 winner, Yam Yam Arocho, first Survivor contestant to actually live in Puerto Rico. So I think technically would be the first person to live outside the continental U.S. when they won a season. I'm sure people in the comments.
Asterisk.
Well, I mean, it's a territory, right? So
yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah.
You know, but I'll take that. I mean, that's something interesting. I want to get your guys, I mean, especially you, Kevin, and shout out to Brett, obviously covered every episode this season for the channel. Definitely want to get his thoughts, obviously, in the comments. I'm sure Brett will leave a bunch to let people know where he stood on it. I was surprised. This 3 hours did take a lot of twists and turns. I did, even when we got to the final three, I just thought maybe the vote would have been a little bit more split. And personally, for myself, I thought Heidi would have gotten more votes because of the gameplay during the final few days. But hey, Brian, Kevin, what do you guys think as Yam Yam as a winner? And how did you just feel about the developments of tonight? Were you surprised, or did it play out how you thought it would play out?
I was surprised, for sure. I also didn't think that. In my head going into this, I was like, oh, Yam Yam has no shot. I also thought that he would probably be eliminated prior to going into this. So I didn't really give him, I guess, the credit that he needed going into it. I thought Carolyn had it locked up. I wanted my side pick to be Lauren to sneak in and do it. Yeah. But especially, I don't know. Yam Yam, it was either Lauren, Carolyn, or Carson in my head going into this. And at the end of the day, Carson got eliminated. Lauren got eliminated. And I was like, all right, well, then it looks like all signs are going to Carolyn in my mind. So I was definitely surprised, but I don't necessarily hate it. I don't.
Yeah, I would say with the final three, I'm not mad that he won. It's fine with me. I was kind of hoping for the anarchy in me. I wanted Heidi to sneak it out. I'm kind of happy that she came in second because I know the public wanted Carolyn so badly, and everybody that's watched these videos know how I feel about the new era Survivor. So anything that the public wants, I want the opposite. So I'm happy with Yam Yam. I think he did I thought he did a good job with his speeches, and I think that's kind of what took him over the edge. I thought he did a really good job talking, and I that's where I think Carolyn had a little downfall. I just wasn't feeling. She just kept telling stories about outside, and I wasn't really
right. I agree. I agree 100%. My question for you though is, how much is this a job interview at the end of the day? How much is this? Do you know what I mean?
No,
you know
I know what you're saying,
yeah.
Kevin. It is in a lot of ways, and what I think would be frustrating, and I think would be even more frustrating for me if I were more, say, invested fully in the season, is that we've always clamored for the camp life aspect, right? We always want to see more of these conversations, and not always the obvious politicking, but just kind of the day-to-day interactions, and if people genuinely like each other or not. Now, I don't know if we've been able to get that a lot in recent Survivor because they don't really cast a lot of people that are going to butt heads or be willing to just go for it and do that. But what it sounded like to me from the jury, at least even a little bit in the after show that I did listen to, was that people were giving Yam Yam a lot of credit about influencing relationships and kind of ruining their game. I didn't see that. I watched. Now, I might be a little pessimistic because, again, I've been a little down on the last few seasons as well, but I watched every episode, guys, and I didn't see a master manipulator. I saw a guy surviving by the skin of his teeth with a random group of 3 that ended up being in a power position. So I don't know. Did you guys see this politicking that they were talking about?
No, I think you're dead on.
I agree with you.
I think yeah, you're dead on. It's not. It's essentially not him politicking, but like, at what point are we skating through until we get to a point to plead our case? Like that is the way to outwit, outlast, outplay everybody. You know, like it does not make sense. But there is statistically, it's like been like that for the past basically 4 seasons. Ever since the one girl, I forget her name, like came in looking for a husband, and she just literally did nothing all season and made her way to the end and talked her way, and it was like, oh, everybody liked her, so we're gonna give her God, like the contestants' mindsets are not where they should be. It should literally be like who survived, and like surviving based on like who survived not only, but like who drive this like civilization, I guess, the survival of everybody. Where like Jam Jam didn't do anything. He did not affect the game in any way up until maybe last week. You know what I mean? Like,
No, I agree. I think that's a problem with a lot of these seasons is like no one, like Bill said, no one hates each other. So like, remember in the old days, Kevin, you go on and they'd be like, well, this, I have this jury member and I know I have these 3 because they hate the other person. There's no conversations like that anymore.
right.
They're hugging after eliminations. They're hugging and smooching each other up after their final tribal ends. I'm sorry, that's boring to me. Like I want competition. It just is like a lovey-dovey fest, and it just there's no. And like I'm sure Brett would say the same thing when he's on because he wants the competition too. It's just not that fun to watch when everybody's on the same page. We want some conflict, and I think the old juries.
I get you building relationships.
Yeah, because remember the old juries, like if somebody didn't like somebody, they'd ask them a really tough question that they know would make their game worse. And there's none of that. It's all just like, well, tell me what.
Dude, that's a great point you bring up, because all I've noticed is just straight softballs for literally everybody.
Right.
And then it gets to a point where somebody else just like chimes in, and then all of a sudden they're being rude for doing that.
Yes.
Like, no, they're trying to compete a little bit.
Right. Exactly.
And then they get like this side eye type of shit that like all of a sudden it's like, oh, let's think about this. We don't
even talk. I didn't take any. Some of them didn't even speak. Like it used to be that you had one question and that was it. No one can interrupt your question, and then they had to answer. And now it's just this free form BS.
One question, and a comment. Like, God forbid someone could pull the classic. Like, I think you're a piece of crap. I'm not voting for you.
Right.
That will never happen again.
Where is that?
Yeah.
Or even like the people that were straight up like, hey, prove me wrong right now.
Yeah.
You know where my head's at. I'm giving you one opportunity.
Yeah, exactly.
Prove me wrong.
I'll give you a vote. That was what it came down to. Or like, what was your backstabbing? Has there been a backstabbing? There wasn't a backstabbing question tonight, was there?
Nope.
I don't even think there was backstabbing this season.
Yeah.
We're
great, man. And then now we're getting to this portion of the episode where it's just let's be haters. But I just want the show to get back to what it's good.
I do want to talk about the fire. I think it's important to talk about the fire. I mean, there was technically the fastest fire winner of all time.
Yeah, salute to Heidi.
Yeah,
the new world record on Survivor.
Listen, you gotta hang your hat on something. Maybe that'll get her the money. Who's that pop artist who always awards the Survivor? Yeah, so maybe maybe Heidi could get it for that.
I don't know.
Sure.
I was surprised only one vote though. Frankly, I thought it would have got her at least maybe 2.
Yeah,
I just didn't think Man was gonna.
I'll be honest. I thought it was a dumb move.
I didn't think he was gonna win. Well, of course it was a dumb move. I haven't put myself in either. Screw that. I'm getting to the end regardless. Someone asked, well, did you think about playing fire? No, the point is to win, and to win,
why would I risk that?
I'm there.
At what point is me playing fire going to make me better than being the smarter player to get into the final?
My mom told me not to play with fire. Like I would just be a jerk at the tribal council. If they don't like it, whatever. Like.
Yeah, I mean,
and there's this BS of people like, oh, like Jam Jam literally said, oh, I really wanted to do the fire because I'm a pyro. No, you're not.
Shut up.
No, you're not.
Yeah,
you did not
hate
want
the fire.
to.
I hate.
He got his money though. I mean, good on him. Look, I'm never going to shame anyone for winning.
No, salute the winners.
Yeah, I'll give it to him. He
You
figured
can
it
go
out.
after the jury a little bit, maybe, but like besides that,
Yeah, they're just like, yeah, like you said, softball was the right answer. They're just like, tell me
Yeah,
about your name.
they're teeing it up. Like, yeah, tell me.
And then you got
That's
Jeff like, Carolyn, you did really well. It's like, yo, Jeff, be quiet, man. You're
Right.
the judge. Shut up.
Jeff, shut up.
Dude, just shut your mouth
Wait, what we're saying when
and
he
count the votes, you
yeah, we
little.
told him he was annoying.
I know. I love that.
I'm really
I did
glad
love
that he
that.
said that because we're all thinking it. Because if
I've been
I wouldn't be
saying it
able
for a
to, I
while.
wouldn't be able to function if I was like trying to do something and he's just barking in my ear about, and then some loser next to me 3D printed the puzzle 1,000 times at home and beat me by a second because
Dealing with a NASA kid that 3D printed like
Bro, do
shot.
you think he like legitimately also well, all right. Do you think he 3D printed everything?
yes,
Like including the ball thing.
yeah.
I mean, they repeat everything.
Oh, not the ball. You mean the dropping in the balls?
Yeah.
I I wouldn't
If
put
he
it
didn't
past
3D
him.
print it himself, he did some version of it or saw it because again, like Brian,
Right.
He 3D
knows
printed
all-
Well,
himself.
no. They're
Watching.
identical. But I know, dude. That's what I'm thinking in my head. Like, is the image of him in his basement just dropping a bunch of cue balls that weigh more than what this is, and he's just going hard. He's like, "Oh, I
Kevin's
figured
his
this out."
tinfoil hat
He
is
just
out.
keeps 3D printing situations. There's
Right.
There's like situations of him in a 3D printed world.
I still don't even believe in 3D printing. I don't even still don't understand it.
But
My stepbrother has
back
one.
to what Bill said is that he did everything. Like he 3D printed everything. Survivor. Stop bringing the same goddamn puzzles over.
please.
Like, dude, even bring the exact idea. Just cut it differently.
Steal stuff
Like,
from like the challenge and other
Yeah,
shows.
I challenge. I thought had like
Steal
pretty
other
unique with their
shows.
thing.
it's an oval. They've had the same cuts.
Can't they play
the
like
entire time.
dodgeball one week? Like do stupid
Yeah,
things.
I honestly I really miss the challenges where it's just like stand on a pole for until you fall off, and that used to be the final three.
Who can skip a rock the furthest? Like,
yeah,
dude,
he
hey.
used to eat bugs too.
Who can stay awake the longest? Like stuff that's just like you don't got to do any kind of money or any kind of goofy.
You know, I feel
they said they
Or
got like
stand on a
1,000
pole and
people
we'll
living there now
give you a
Survivor, for
stick
what?
to push other people off. Like anything other than this. And it came down to it. I was like, all right,
lazy.
dude, the amount of effort that goes into Jeff Probst during these let's find these keys. Oh, they are dead on. They are dead on. It doesn't matter because they
Your
get
father
to that
didn't love
they
you.
get to that fucking platform and they do a puzzle. It comes down to a goddamn puzzle.
If you don't finish this puzzle, your cat's gonna die.
Like, dude, just skip that part and throw him on the puzzle. Like, it made no
I agree with
sense.
you. Yeah, it's just the way it is now. Unfortunately, it's just
day 21. You put so much effort
so
into
PC.
this. Believe in yourself.
And the other thing that I kind of like is that they all of a sudden once they get to 5, they send them to a new camp.
Yep.
And then the camp is nothing, and like they make it seem like it's super windy. And oh my god, how are we gonna survive? I don't know. Go to sleep and wake up tomorrow, and the whole thing's over. It doesn't matter.
What if they just said no?
You didn't make it some
no?
Tough spot.
Yeah, we're moving. You guys got to move to a new camp. It's like I'm not moving. I'm sleeping here.
Yeah.
Did they build a shelter this year?
No, who knows? Who knows? It doesn't matter.
You remember when they used to have to like kayak to get
influencer.
water? They used to have to like go like a distance to get water and stuff, and that's like not a thing anymore. Like
it's like a thing. They're so
literally
worried.
they wear like skin tone camel packs, so like they just constantly have water on them.
I'll say one thing: they definitely did not foreshadow a Yam Yam win in the edits. I can tell
That's
you
true.
that.
That is true. I will give you that.
They tricked us with Carolyn.
Yeah, they pushed her hard.
I'll give you that, Jeff.
Even my roommate today, he's like, dude, I'm getting advertisements for like a Survivor, like CBS Survivor thing, and all it's showing is Carolyn. Like, I bet she's gonna win. And then,
yeah, I'm gonna have
tricky.
I'm gonna have a great time laughing at people in Facebook comments.
Yeah,
can't wait.
Yeah,
I'm gonna fall asleep giggling tonight.
Fall asleep to Brett and Christina debating in our comments.
Yeah, I know she's gonna be sad that Carson lost.
Carson went down. Sorry.
You know what I did when he lost fire? I did
Carson. Yeah, Brian. Yeah.
Yo.
Sorry.
I was editing Vanderpump Rules and like right during that moment, and Brian's like, "There's just the elimination." I was like, "What?" I was like, "What happened?" He's like, "I'm like, just tell me. Like, I'll catch up, but just tell me." He's like, "Carson." I was like, "Woo!"
Just I want people
Yeah,
to be
didn't expect
annoyed.
the ending though. I do want to say thanks to especially Kevin and Brett for covering all the episodes this season. Thank you to everyone who comments, watching along. The Survivor, actually, we have a lot of people that are very dedicated to the Survivor videos in the community. So we definitely appreciate you guys with the back and forth and everything. Keeps us going on that. Check out everything else we're releasing on the channel. The video right before this was the part 1 review of the Vanderpump Rules reunion. We're also covering shows like Below Deck. We just finished up the Challenge USA. We will be covering The Bachelorette and Claim to Fame season 2, also Stars on Mars, Love Island. We're also going to have Big Brother and the Challenge USA season 2 coming up in the summer as well. So plenty of activity, plenty of reality TV shows for you guys to watch and enjoy with us. And obviously, when Survivor 45 comes back in the fall, for all 90-minute episodes that back up to the Amazing Race, expect to probably see Kevin and Brett a lot more, because me and Brian will probably be doing the Amazing Race, because we have to.
Oh, I'm doing the Amazing Race with you. There's
well,
no.
you know, oh yeah, well, because we have a hopefully we'll have a championship to defend by the time Logan ever decides to finish the last 2 weeks of the blog.
That's true.
Or if we got ripped off, then we'll be what they call in the wrestling business on the chase. So we'll figure it out, guys. But we really appreciate the community. We appreciate everyone following along. And as we grow, follow along with us. Merch store as well. And also our charity link page for Give Kids the World Village in the description. A lot of great stuff and ways you can be involved. Brian's got some great pictures on the Instagram of some good modeling, and Brian rocks the stuff a lot. I'm going to put an order in this week. I'll have a hoodie, some t-shirt stuff. There's a lot of summer stuff. There's a towel.
Mm-hmm.
I get a towel.
Puzzle.
Love that.
I don't know. See what it looks
A
like.
puzzle.
Yeah.
There's a puzzle. Yeah. Mouse pads. What else is there? That's
There's so much stuff.
Skateboard.
There's fine art. That's the thing that I'm gonna actually.
You can get a print. Yeah. Yeah. Like an original
3D print of fine art.
We can get you actually know what we're gonna do, guys. We're gonna get original prints, and it's gonna be signed by the original members.
Hell yeah.
1 of 10
Yeah,
prints.
that'd be sick. Yeah, we make our own
NFTs.
cards. Our own baseball cards. That'd be awesome.
I like that.
Oh god. Well, I think we could do it. I think. Oh yeah, baseball
A
cards,
shirt.
trading cards. That
Dude,
would be
stats.
a video
Stats.
worn.
With stats of like how many videos we've been on. That would be
a video worn shirt.
Yeah.
The clipping on it.
It'll have like history, little snippets of our history on the back.
That'd be sick.
Of us being a rebellious crew.
Mhm.
Super rare. You're never gonna get this.
Okay, cool. I think we got Survivor. I think we're good. Follow along, like I said, on the other videos this week. Should be a fun week for the reality guys. But for myself, Brian, Kevin, thank you.
See you.